Hey guys, so today's video is on how much a longboard should cost. I'm going to be looking at the different longboard disciplines and the different price ranges and what you can expect to get within a given price range. So if you want to learn how to get the most value for your money, stay tuned. I'll be going over things like the quality of trucks, the quality of the deck, and all that good stuff. Disclaimer, I do want to say that price is not an exact indicator of quality. You can't get a really nice longboard for a cheap price and a really terrible longboard for an expensive price. So when looking at things, it's always good to do your market research. My video should be about 90% effective and cover most things. So yeah, but do keep that in mind. Price is never an exact indicator of quality. I am going to be mentioning a lot of products in this and using them as examples to illustrate what you can get in a given price range, and they're all linked in the description. Those are affiliate links, by the way. I do make a little bit of a commission if you do choose to use them, so do use them so that we can get rich, go on skate trips, all that good stuff. Okay, so first off, we're going to kick it off with mini cruisers. Now, a mini cruiser is a board like the Landyachtz Tony. It's designed for really short skates, under 10 minutes, under 3 miles long. They're very fun, very nimble. Right, so what can you expect to pay for a mini cruiser? Now, a low quality cruiser is going to run you between $50 to $80. A decent to high quality mini cruiser is going to run you between $100 to $150, and an overpriced slash high quality cruiser is going to be $180 and over. In the low quality $50 to $80 price range, you're looking at most of your cheap Amazon cruisers. For example, the Magneto mini cruiser. In this price range, you're typically going to get a complete that has a pretty okay deck, and it's going to have really terrible components like terrible trucks, terrible wheels, terrible bearings. The trucks aren't going to lean and turn very smoothly, and overall it's not going to give you the best riding experience. It's going to ride okay, but it's not going to give you the best riding experience. Right, so the next price range is $100 to $150, which is your decent to high quality completes. And in this price range is when you're going to get your big name brands like Landyachtz, Rayne, Zenit, all these sort of brands, and they're going to have the completes in this range. With these completes, you're getting great value for your money. When you buy them, you're guaranteed a high quality deck, high quality trucks, high quality wheels, high quality bearings, and you're going to be able to have a great riding experience from the get-go. So if you're setting your budget for a mini cruiser, I highly recommend you set it between $100 to $150. Okay, so lastly, in our $180 and up price range, you're getting overpriced slash high quality complete. Now here you're going to be finding your loaded omakases and other boards that are made with vertically laminated bamboo, fiberglass, or are made with carbon, or just really exotic sort of things and different composites. Now in terms of performance, you're not really getting any benefits. Maybe the boards might be a little bit lighter, but mini cruisers are already quite light. But yeah, you're not really getting any performance benefits. You're just going to be paying for something exotic or paying for something with a big brand name, especially in the case of the loaded omakase. So yeah, I mean, you're not getting that great value for money. You are still going to have a great riding experience, but you're paying more for brand name and more for exotic things than actual performance. So that's just something to keep in mind. Next up, we're looking at cruisers. For example, boards like the Landyachtz Dropcat. Now, these boards are designed to give you an effortless riding experience where you can just really enjoy the feeling of being on your board. You know, you feel like you can skate forever and you can just really enjoy like the feeling of skateboarding. So yeah, that's what a cruiser is. So with cruisers, you have a broader spectrum of prices and quality, and there are quite a number of different tiers of quality. So the first is low quality boards, which you're going to be getting for under $100. The next is decent to kind of still low quality boards, which are going to be between $100 to $150. The next is high quality boards, which are going to be between $150 to $220. And then you have your overpriced boards, which are going to be over $250, overpriced slash high quality. So what can you expect from a cruiser that costs less than $100? Now, this is typically, again, going to be some of your boards that you can find on Amazon. These boards aren't going to ride very well. They're going to have a cheap deck. They're going to have cheap components, cheap bearings, cheap wheels, cheap bushings. They're not going to give you the best riding experience. They're just gonna suck, but they are cheap. And if you do wanna spend this amount of money, if you have a fixed budget, then I do recommend you go secondhand instead of buying a cheap longboard. It's gonna serve you better, it's gonna be better quality. But of course, that does come with its own challenges. But if this is what you can afford, then don't feel too bad. The important thing is that you do get to ride, so please do go ahead and buy your cheap longboard. My example for a board in this criteria is gonna be the Pantheon longboard. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's not gonna ride great. Yeah, don't get it. don't buy it. Next, we're going to have decent but still kind of low quality decks between the $100 to $150 price range. Now in this price range, you're getting your Magneto Cruisers, you're getting your Ella's longboards. Now the Ella's longboards are actually fairly decent quality. You get pretty great components, you get great trucks, great wheels, great bearings, all that good stuff, and a fairly decent deck. The Magneto, on the other hand, has a really great deck, but really falls on its face when it comes to the trucks, the wheels, the bearings, all the other components. So yeah, it's like you're either getting great components and then a kind of okay deck, or a great deck and okay-ish components. You can't have both. It's one or either. That's what you can expect between the $100 to $150 price range. They're gonna ride okay, but they're not gonna be the best. They're not gonna feel that amazing straight out of the box. So yeah. Next up, you have your decent to high quality completes, and this price range is between $150 to about $220. Now, in this price range is where you're going to find your Landyachtz drop cats. You're going to find other boards from big name brands like Rayne, Zenit, DB Longboards, Pantheon, etc. You're going to get really great completes that have a great deck, great trucks, great components, blah blah blah, wheels, bearings, all that good stuff. They're going to ride really great out of the box. You're going to have a great riding experience. They're going to be great for beginners, and they're going to last you a long time. So if you're a beginner looking for a great cruiser board, I recommend to set your budget to this amount. It's gonna net you a pretty great cruiser. So now at $220 and over, $250 and over, you're stepping into the territory of high quality slash overpriced longboards. Now, my high quality board example is going to be the Comet Cruiser. What's special about this board is that all the components are switched out to aftermarket ones to basically make it as perfect as possible. It's basically like a high-end sports car when all the other longboards are like regular cars. It's just tuned to perfection and it rides really great. And a lot of skaters, a lot of longboarders who've ridden it think it's one of the best ever, and I feel the same way, right? And my overpriced example is going to be most of the loaded boards, like for example the loaded Icarus. Now loaded boards are pretty great. They're going to give you a great riding experience. The decks are made from like exotic things like vertically laminated bamboo and fiberglass, but the riding experience is pretty much going to be the same as boards within the high quality $150 to $220, and you are paying a little bit for the brand name. However, if you do like the deck, then I do say absolutely go for it. Just keep in mind, you're not getting the best value for money. You're paying a bit for brand name. The deck is high quality, is going to last you a long time. But yeah, another tip though is loaded boards often go for peanuts secondhand. So if you do want to get a loaded board, if you're adamant about it, fish the secondhand market and you're going to get something that works great. Next up, we have dance and freestyle boards. Now, these are the boards that you see all those dancers like Lofty, Mali, and Abu Sek doing really cool stuff, really flashy like dance moves and like spinning and throwing the board around, really cool things. So how much should a freestyle and dance longboard cost you? So low quality dancers are going to be under $200. Decent to high quality dancers are going to be between $200 to about $300, and really high quality slash overpriced dancers are going to be over $300 and more. So are the longboard dancers under $200 worth it, or are they totally trash? Majority of them are completely trash. For example, the Volado longboard dancer, you're getting about 7 plies or I think 8 plies of maple with really terrible trucks. That's just not going to ride very well. It's not going to give you a good learning experience. It's not going to turn very smoothly. It's just going to be clunky. The other example that I do have is the Magneto dancer, which goes for about $150 if I recall correctly. The deck on this is actually quite good, but the components again fall flat on their face. They're not very good. They're not going to give you a very smooth lean and turn, and it's not going to give you the best learning experience. The only board worth getting in this price range is going to be the Ella's dancer, Ella's, whatever, which goes for about $160. It has a great deck, comes with really high quality components. I'm talking about Paris trucks. It does have knockoff wheels, but you do have the option of getting some proper name brand ones for a few more dollars, I think like $10 more. But altogether, it's a fairly decent budget complete. And if you have that much to spend, go for it. But I do recommend spending a little bit more, and you are going to gain access to really high quality brands. Now, in the next price range, you're getting high quality boards, and this price range is between $200 to $300. And here you're going to be getting your big name brands, your Landyachtz, Zenit, Rayne, DB Longboards, etc. And these boards are really going to give you an excellent riding experience, excellent learning experience as well, and you're going to be getting great value for money. Now these boards aren't that expensive, with some going for as little as $200. I think the Rayne Danza goes for about $200. I know the Landyachtz Stratus goes for about $230. So it's not that expensive, and these boards are gonna be what you need if you want to get serious about longboard dancing. They're not gonna get in the way of your learning, and they're gonna allow you to progress essentially, which is exactly what you want. So if you're a beginner looking for a longboard dancer, set your budget within this price range. I highly recommend it. Now, over $300, you're looking at boards that are high quality slash overpriced. Now, in this, you're typically going to have the same components, the same wheels, trucks, bearings, all that good stuff. It's just the deck that's going to be different. Now, for example, the Landyachtz Holo Stratus is pretty much the same as the Landyachtz Stratus, but it's been hollowed out and filled with fiberglass, so it's a lot lighter. It has about the same pop, about the same strength, but yeah, that's just to demonstrate that you're getting different types of decks, and the performance is pretty much going to be the same, but they are going to be a little bit lighter, maybe a little bit easier to pop and like throw around, more exotic, maybe a little bit durable. So I'd say as you get more into longboard dancing, it might be worth looking at decks in this price range and completes in this price range. But if you're a beginner, the $200 to $300 price range is more than adequate. Next, we're looking at downhill skateboards. Now, downhill skateboarding is essentially going down a hill as fast as you can, then using foot braking and sliding to manage your speed, making it around a corner, and just repeating until you get to the bottom of a hill. Okay, so how much should you expect to pay for a downhill skateboard? Anything under $180 is going to be low quality. Anything between $200 to $300 is going to be decent to high quality. And anything over $300 is going to be high quality slash kind of overpriced. Okay, so let's look at the $180 price range for downhill longboard. So my example for this is going to be the Volador Complete on Amazon. This and any other Amazon board marketed for downhill is likely going to be pretty terrible. So the Volador is terrible for a few reasons. The biggest is the components, but let's start off with the deck. So the deck is pretty okay for downhill in my opinion. However, it's not been made very well. So when it does eventually fly into a curb, which will definitely happen, it's likely going to disintegrate on impact and splinter too much. It's probably not sturdy enough and quality enough to take the hits and keep rolling. Now, the components of the Volador are absolutely terrible. The trucks are pretty much a safety hazard. Now, the trucks aren't made very well, so they have a lot of slop. So what this means is that as you approach higher speeds, let's say over 20-25 miles per hour, these trucks are likely going to wobble. No matter how much you turn and crank the bushings down or change them, these trucks are definitely going to wobble, and yeah, you're essentially going to fall and get hurt. So if you do want to be serious about downhill, avoid the Volador Complete and other Amazon Completes as well, like the Magneto Tesla. So if you do want to get serious about downhill or get into it seriously, check out the next price range. So in the $200 to $300 price range, this is where you're getting your really decent to high quality downhill skateboarding completes, and you'll see name brands like Landyachtz, Pantheon, etc. What you're getting is a high quality deck that can withstand a lot of impacts, a lot of abuse. You're then getting quality parts, quality components like high quality trucks like Paris trucks, Bed trucks, Caliber trucks, and these are all trucks that you can take well over 30 miles per hour. I've taken some of these trucks to 40 and even 50 miles per hour. Then you're getting great wheels that you can slide, that you can learn to drift on, and that are going to roll fast. And yeah, pretty much if you want to get started with downhill skateboarding, this is the price range to set your budget at. You're going to be getting great value for money, and you're going to be getting a great riding experience. Next, you have boards that are costing over $300. Now in this price range, you're pretty much going to be getting decks that have sort of exotic materials, maybe exotic manufacturing, whatever it is. So it could be vertically laminated bamboo and fiberglass, a deck that has layers of carbon, etc. Now, if you're just starting out, you don't really need to get this boards to have like a great riding experience. You're not really getting much performance benefits, if any at all. They're just going to ride as good as the boards in the $200 to $300 price range. So yeah, don't worry about it. But if you do see a board that you like, if you do like the color, if you do like how it's made, if you do like the company, then absolutely go for it. But keep in mind, it's not that great value for money. Maybe not with most things, but yeah, just keep that in mind. But you are getting a board that's going to ride great over $300. So the next category is going to be commuter longboards. Now these are longboards that are going to be used to commute over distances longer than 5 kilometers. They're going to be great for pushing around. They're going to be great for going over all sorts of terrain. So how much can you expect to pay for a commuter longboard? Anything under $200 is typically going to be low quality. you're getting decent to high quality completes between $200 to about $320, and anything over $320 is pretty high quality slash kind of overpriced, but difficult to sort of say. So what can you expect to get with a low quality commuter costing less than $200? Now there's only really one commuter board that's going to be worth it in this category that is actually very, very affordable and is actually pretty high quality. That's going to be the DB Bear 33, and there's also the DB Sashimi and the DB something else. I forget what the name is. But what this complete comes with, it comes with a deck that sits low to the ground, big 90mm wheels, and TKP trucks. Now, the wheels, I've been told, are not very high quality, don't roll the best. So, in essence, you do get what you pay for, but if you're on a fixed budget, this is the best that you can get. So, the DB Bear 33 is an excellent option under $200. I haven't seen anything else that's worth the money. Anything else is going to have a pretty terrible deck. It's going to have wheels that are too small for commuting and for actually pushing around and having like put less ride and ride that you could just like keep going or whatever. It's also going to have a deck that's probably too stiff. It's going to have trucks that aren't stable enough or whatever it is. So yeah, right. The next price range is between $200 to $320, which is decent to high quality complete. Now you're going to be getting some of the best for your buck longboards in this category. I'm talking about your Pantheon Embers, your Pantheon Nexus, your Zenit AB Maze boards, some Subsonic boards. You're getting really great boards from great brands within this category. If you do buy them, you're going to have an excellent riding experience. You're typically going to be getting a high quality deck, high quality wheels that roll really fast and can coast forever, high quality trucks, and yeah, you're just getting your money's worth. Okay, I am gonna admit a little bit that I don't really know much about commuter boards costing over $300, $320. It does get a bit heady, and I think it would be better if someone more experienced would explain it rather than I. So yeah, but if you're just starting out, then the boards that are decent to high quality are gonna be what you should go for. So just kind of forget about these high quality boards. But you're getting like boards that have brackets, that have like precision trucks that you can pump, and I don't know, man. I fish out of water. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I do hope that that video has been useful and you now have realistic expectations for what you can get for a given amount. Big thanks to everyone who's watched this video. Big thanks to the subscribers. Big thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I'm able to make videos like this with you guys' support. If you enjoyed the video, please comment below. If you feel I've missed out on anything, please comment below as well. If you like my glasses, leave a nice comment. I like it when you guys say nice things to me. So yeah, thanks for watching and catch you guys in the next one.